Okay.
What it do, everybody? What it do?
What did you do?
Howdy doody. I finally got a nap in. I ain't been able to nap for the last 2 days with this Mercury pre-shadow bullshit. What you were looking for?
I don't even have a drink.
What do you want?
I can go get it. Usually I have an energy drink right now. They didn't have anything at the grocery store. They don't even sell those C4s anymore.
You just went down to the Vons, right? Or the Albertsons.
I went to Vons.
I saw you and yeah, okay. They don't sell the C4s?
No.
They sell them at Albertsons, right?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they didn't have anything, and I was looking for good energy drinks. They don't have nothing.
Well, so, looks like we're going to have to keep going to 7-Eleven.
No. I like the big boxes because I like the little C4s for working out.
Okay.
All right. Well, how is everybody's Saturday going? I always forget it's Saturday when we do these. Every day just feels the same. All right. So if you guys are new here, I know we say this a lot. Sorry. If you're new here, $22.22 for one question. Specific questions required. The link to the website to purchase is in the comments, and I pinned it. And you don't have to sit and listen to us the whole time. If you want to come back, check the comments for your name, and your timestamp will be there. And that's also cool too, because like in the future, if you ever want to like come back and reflect and be like, what was that reading I got again? And we have these up all the time.
Yep.
So as long as you remember the date,
yeah,
that's the only thing. So let's see. Oh, we are also accepting Venmo too. I don't even have my phone. I am just all a mess right now. I'll add my Venmo in here. Leah Lop. Oh, thank you. I always lose my phone. The only way I've figured out how to like not lose my phone is if I'm playing music on it. That's why like in the mornings, like if I'm like going to a job or something, when I'm getting ready, I will always like have music on so then I don't lose it. Have you ever noticed that? Like I'll be downstairs and it'll still be playing.
I've just always noticed that you keep music playing all the time. Like even when we're getting ready for the gym.
No.
Yeah, there'll be times where I'm like, what was that fucking
Not
noise?
always. I don't really get ready for the gym.
It just did the other day, 3 or 4 days ago. We're about ready to go to the gym. You were up here doing something. Your phone was down here. I'm hearing this noise. I'm like, what is that fucking noise?
I don't know.
Picked your phone up and music was barely playing out of it.
Well, maybe I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
But I do that so I know where it's at. It helps me remember.
She always loses her phone. Last year when we first came back to Vegas, she left it in the gym at the Rio Casino. Somebody snatched it up and couldn't figure out how to turn it on because she has it all on lockdown. So they finally gave it up after a week. Gave it back to her.
I don't know how long or how soon they gave it up because I didn't get it for a whole week, and I wrote like a little message on there. Like if your phone is stolen, you can write a message so whoever sees your phone can see it. And I was like, do the right thing. Turn it in. And then he was like freaking out. We got to get you a phone. I'm like, no, it's going to be all right. I'm going to get it back. And I was like, I'm not worried about it. And that was right when we were like in the middle of talking to like the property manager to move in here in this house. And it was like, I kind of needed to get a hold of her. But luckily I have my computer, which is linked to my phone, so I can get texts and stuff on my computer. That was a lifesaver. But I was like, it's okay. It's just like a little break from my phone, a little vacation. It was nice. It was quite cleansing.
And then she'll leave it in the cart at the grocery store. I always have to make sure when we're emptying the cart out, I'm watching, looking for that phone. Like, you got your phone? She'll leave it.
And the times we have gone to the casino, I'll like leave it on the slot machine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's my life. The older I get, the more I just don't care. I mean, I care, but I'm not like obsessed with my phone. I don't feel like I'm on it all the time, so I don't think about it.
She has a disdain for phones.
What does that mean?
It means like you have like a resentment for like phones and technology.
I think that they take over, and I don't like what they're doing to kids, and I don't like how they suck you in for hours. And yeah, I like to rebel against it because it gets me too, and then I don't like that. I don't like things having power over me.
Well, my thing is, yeah, it gets me too, but I wouldn't be doing anything else. I have nothing else to do anyway.
You would find something to do, like a hobby, like your guitar.
I wouldn't. What I would do is I would just wander the streets and try to get drunk. That's what I tried to do back in the day.
That was different. You were a different person then.
So what would I do now?
We could color. We could play games. He hates games. Literally.
I'm not a game player.
All right. Well, let's get into it here. I'm still getting the list together. It is a pretty short list, so there's not a very long wait time if you guys wanted to get on there. We're going to be starting off with Heather. Okay, so Heather's a Scorpio. It says, would it benefit me to leave my current job and restart my dog grooming business, but at home this time? It's just been one thing after another. I feel that.
So I normally don't advise that you quit a job and then start a business. I normally don't advise that. Now, the key word here is restart, which indicates to me that you've already done this before, this business. So maybe you're a little bit more knowledgeable about it and you know how to get it fired up and going. But what do you mean by benefit you? You mean financially, or well, what do you mean by that? I don't think it would benefit you financially with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Now remember, when we're talking about finances and stuff like that, that is very subjective. Like financial benefit and success and stuff like that. That is a strictly perspective-based thing. Like some people will ask, will my finances improve this year? And all they're looking for is a little $10,000 increase, and to some people that's a big increase, but to other people, they wouldn't even notice that, So it's very, very subjective. Now, this is going to be one of those things where duality is in the mix. Like no matter what you do in life, there's going to be some duality there. And I think the quicker we can all come to terms with that, the easier life gets. Because when one thing improves for the positive, there's going to be something negative that goes along with it. And that's just life. That's just the fucking earth game. So it would benefit you in some ways, but then there would be some negativity that comes along with it. It depends on what you mean by benefit me. Benefit you in what way? I don't see a tremendous financial increase, at least not overnight. You say that you've done this before. Well, you alluded to the fact that you've done this before. So is this a business you did for a real long time? Was it very, very lucrative back when you were doing it? So, I mean, as far as a financial benefit, I don't really see a huge change as far as that goes, at least not overnight. Might take you a little bit to really start blowing out of the park the money that you're making now. Let's see what the second spread says. Three shuffles. Six of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles reversed. You already told me that. And then Nine of Pentacles reversed. So, I mean, it kind of depends on what you mean by benefit. I don't think it would be an immediate financial benefit. But I guess the question is, would you be okay taking a little temporary financial hit for peace of mind? That's totally up to you. You know, I don't know about anybody else, but I think one of the things that I've learned on my whole journey of being self-employed and manifesting finances and stuff like that, I would rather take a little financial hit and have peace of mind than make a bunch of money and be fucking miserable. You know, that's just me though. I'm not saying that you should feel the same way. Everybody's different. I mean, what's your sign? You're a Scorpio? Shit, you know, Capricorns don't give a fuck. Give me that money. Give me that money. Money, money, money. I don't care. Money, 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 money. Like Mr. Krabs, you know? So, yeah, it benefits you with peace of mind, I think. But not financially. That would take a little bit of working to get the finances really looking good.
All right, 1 second. All right, next is for Rose. Rose is a Leo. Past person hired his people to come in my place to bug, steal, and gaslight me. Will it ever end? Wow.
How does that work? How do you hire somebody to come in your place?
Like rob you? What do you mean? You ever heard of a hitman?
But gaslight?
I don't know. I don't know the details. I'm just the reader.
Will it ever end? So that means people are constantly coming in and robbing you then? Like,
Maybe like, will this guy ever quit like messing with her and sending people to like fuck with her? That's how I see it. Unless you're in the comments, then like let us know.
Page of Swords reverse. Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, I am a little bit curious as to what's going on here. I mean, because I'm seeing here that either one or two things. Either, yes, it's over, or it may not even be what you think it is. Without knowing the details of the situation, I don't want to dig too deep into that. But Five of Swords reversed, Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, a death card. Yeah, this is over between you and this person. That's about all I can say without knowing the details here. That's all I can say. Let's see what the second spread says. Mute that real quick.
Okay.
Knight of Swords. King of Cups reversed. Page of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. I'm not seeing anything to worry about here. I don't know all the details behind what went down right there. But this soul contract was completed, and you're good. You're good. You're protected. There's no weapons formed against you that will prosper. So I got to be real general without really understanding all the details behind the situation. But you're good.
All right. Next is for Allie. It says, Allie's a Libra. Will Shane and I reconcile by the end of the year? We are both Libras.
Let's look at the soul contract. King of Wands reversed. Four Swords reversed. Six of Cups reversed. Okay, so this does stem back to a previous lifetime. And I'm not convinced that the contract was completed successfully. So at least you have that working for you rather than against you. Because when a contract's completed successfully, you pretty much don't have much of a choice. I mean, you do, but it's like saying that it's possible for you to run 200 miles without stopping. Because we saw David Goggins do it. You could do that if you really wanted to, but
He literally lost a toe doing it. Let's just say that.
He didn't lose a toe, but
he may as well have, because that thing's like a nub.
He he broke his feet. Yeah, that motherfucker run on broken legs, broken feet. Anyway, the point of it is it possible? Yes. But, there's very little you can do when you've completed a soul contract. But this contract is not complete. So that's working for you. The only thing that kind of concerns me is that King of Wands reversed, Six of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups reversed.
You want an energy drink?
Yeah. It kind of feels to me like this might not be a person that serves your highest good. The universe will do that sometimes. Every now and then, and I can't say it's really common. I don't see it all the time, but I do see it often enough to where it's definitely a thing where regardless of the status of your soul contract, whether it's complete or incomplete or what, if the energy is too fucked up between the two of you, then the universe will get in there and say, not in this lifetime, sorry. This is going to pull you way too far off your path. You have so many other contracts, missions, assignments waiting for you in this lifetime. And even though y'all do have a soul contract, this person is fucking up. So, yeah, can't do it in this lifetime. Sorry. You're better off taking the karmic tie for this lifetime than having this person pull you that far off your path. Let me see what the second spread says. See, Seven of Wands. A lot of tension here, man. A lot of tension here. Strength reversed. So this doesn't really necessarily indicate that you can't attempt reconciliation. But the universe does have a blockage here. So any attempt to reconcile, you would have to really, really dig in and work for that. And with the Seven of Swords here, the quality of life that would create for you might might be painful. So if you're just waiting for this person to come reconcile with you, no, probably not. But if you want to attempt reconciliation, I would say do it with very, very careful consideration. Don't jump into it. Don't get high apple pie in the sky hopes. Be very careful and be very wise. And don't be afraid to walk away if it does not look like things are going to take a healthy turn, So, all right, which one of those is mine?
Well, I was going to ask you which one you want because I already know which one you're going to pick. Strawberry. Do you want this one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought you didn't like rains.
Well, I'm not a big fan of coconut.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't hate it. It's just.
That's fine. I like this one. I like both.
I don't know. It seems like rains have changed a lot. Back in the day, I don't know when they just came out, but the first time I saw rains hit the shelf was back in 2020. I had never seen them before that. And they were the nastiest goddamn things I'd ever tasted. I'm like, ugh, who would drink this shit?
They were good.
They were so nasty.
Maybe you got a weird flavor.
No, I've tried several different flavors.
I used to drink them before you and I met.
Oh, so.
Like they just kind of came out like around that time.
No. Well, right when we moved here is when I first started noticing. Well, not this house, but here in Vegas. And then I would walk to the gas station by our old house, and I would see them there.
You would walk?
I walked there many, many, many times. What do you mean?
You would walk to the gas station?
What? I've walked to that store many times. Are you kidding me?
Why? You just go
For the
and
hell
walk?
of it. For the hell of it. I told you. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to walk to the store. I'm bored.
What? Dude, no.
Dude, yes.
That's like some like timeline.
Me and the kids
shit.
have walked to the store before.
I remember you'd go with the kids, but that's like some timeline, like Mandela, because that was not on my timeline.
Okay.
That was not. You go walk without me being like, oh, let me go. Or are you asking me to go?
I don't remember.
Maybe like after you took the kids to the bus stop, maybe you would walk there.
But that's kind of veering off the point.
Yeah.
No matter what my mode of transportation was,
Well, it's got me thinking now.
whether it was my Chevrolet,
Chevrolets.
I would go to that store and I would get these. I started getting these because the can looked interesting. And I tried like 3 or 4 flavors, and every one I got was so disgusting.
They were different, though. They were bigger cans before.
Yeah.
And now they're those.
They taste better now, though. The rains.
Let's try one. Other side. Ew, wait. That's a guava one. That's probably why you like it.
Strawberry guava. That's bombs. Bombsy Bay.
Bums of guavas. Wait, that did not rhyme. That was a fail. All right. Next we have Farah. And she's a Virgo. It says, will I be married again before I am 65? Currently 42.
Before I'm 65. Well, this question always kind of digs at me a little bit. Because you got to be, when it comes to what you want and what you're manifesting, you got to be real specific. Okay. Just simply being married. Is that what you want? To just simply be married? Just want somebody to come stick a ring on your finger? Is that what you want? Or do you want a happy, healthy, successful relationship with your divine life partner? I'm just giving you some things to think about. A lot of people in today's day and age have been so brainwashed into believing that, we just want to be married. A lot of people just want a wedding, not an actual marriage, I'm not saying that you feel this way. I'm just generally speaking, like sometimes subconsciously, we could be accidentally sending the wrong intention out to the universe. If you had the choice between a happy, healthy, successful relationship with your divine life partner, but the two of you are never married, or a toxic, abusive, narcissistic relationship with somebody you're married to. See what I'm saying? Just because you're married, that doesn't mean that it's going to be rainbows and unicorns. fact, a lot of people notice that something about the energetic shift of a marriage. If the two of you aren't prepared for that, as soon as that energetic shift happens, when you all put them rings on each other's fingers, it'll take a turn for the worst. And a lot of relationships really start going downhill after they get married. You ever notice that? Just some things to think about. Let's see here. Boom, boom. Star card reverse. 2 more shuffles. 2 more. Magician. Hey, what was I just telling you? Pay attention to the vibrations that you're casting. Justice reversed. World card reversed. Well, with the Lovers card reversed right here, there's still a little bit of an energetic blockage when it comes to the person who aligns with your absolute highest good. There's an energetic blockage here. Not quite at a vibration that will attract that person in yet. But you're close, though. You're really close. Between age 42 and 65, that's a good little amount of time. You got plenty of time to play around with your energy. I would say, if I had to guess, probably, yeah. I'm not going to lie. Right now, the energy isn't really stacked in your favor, but you're really close and you have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Let's see what the second spread says. 3 of Wands reverse. Tower. Death card again. Okay. I think you'll figure it out. I don't know how long you've been single, but still a little bit more past energy that needs to be worked through and released. I think you'll figure it out, though. You're close. You're real close. Really, really close. So I'm going to bet 75% chance yes. That's what I'm going to bet.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, I can. Can you? It's not blowing on you. It's just hitting me.
Okay, good. Because I'm cold. It's like I'm hot, but I'm cold. Because the window's hot, but the air is cold. All right, next is for Noli. Noli's an Aquarius. What does July look like for me? I'm extremely happy. My career really took off, and I just started a new job, but I'm curious what this month looks like. Queen of Cups. Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by what's the month look like. Looks like a plateau. I mean, if you're happy and doing good, it looks like you're going to continue to be happy and doing good. I don't really see that changing in the month of July. So, yeah. You're still going through a transformation process, though, so understand that there are still more changes on the horizon in the coming months. But, I mean, July looks good. That's a really, really super general question. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Overall, though, it's more of a plateau, kind of a plateau month.
And that would make sense because the first chunk of the month, actually all month, isn't it? Is Mercury retrograde? Isn't all month?
The 18th.
Starts.
Oh, yeah, it's not over until like sometime in August.
Yeah. So we got retrograde season, Mercury at least. So yeah.
She said just overall, I'm not really dating or seeing anyone.
It's going to be kind of a plateau month for the very most part. Unless you want to make it look different, which that's my thing. That's what I would recommend that you do. If you want, depends on what you're wanting. Do you want it to look different or do you want it to coast?
I thought your last reading, didn't you say that you were dating somebody? Or did I get that wrong? Or I thought you found somebody that you were like serious with? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Oh. I thought it was you.
Okay, yeah, looking like a little bit of a plateau. Just monitor your focus. Do the best you can to not try to obsess over one thing or another, like, you know, whether things are going to get better or replaying a worst case scenario in your mind, and just kind of going with the flow and letting things flow. And July will probably be pretty much a plateau. It's probably going to be a plateau for just about everybody. And to me, that's the lesser of the two evils. So I'll take that. I'll take a plateau any day over a nosedive. That's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I don't know, since you're saying you've been single and you're not dating, I don't know if you're wanting to know if anyone is like coming in, but there's like no like relationship cards or anything like that. Just the being independent card.
Yeah.
You're not Miss Independent energy.
Emotional independence, emotional abundance. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That emotional abundance, happiness.
The abundance.
That's the ultimate end all be all goal is happiness. I know that if we all had a magical switch we could flip where we're just happy. That's what we all want. We would all stop chasing things to try to make us happy. You know, money and status and internet clout and relationships and drugs and alcohol. Just flip a switch and just be happy as hell, man. You know who I envy? When you see those videos of those little African kids that live in grass huts and they're just smiling and laughing and having a good old time. I'm like, dude, that's what it's all about right there.
That could be you if you got off your phone. You want to know what you should be doing? There you go. You could
finding the happiness.
A little hut and just start doing little things.
Just because you go do it doesn't mean you're going to find the happiness. Finding that happiness in here is tricky. Yeah. Very tricky. But,
well, they're mostly little kids too. I mean, kids are naturally happy. They haven't been tainted yet, usually. So, but I know what you're saying.
But even when you see the adults in those types of cultures and whatnot, they're still like, they're happy. They're having a good time. They're like, if they walk up to, you know, an adult, one of those tribal people, and they start talking to them, they're really excited and happy to talk to them and show them the way they live and shit. Yeah. It's like, kind of envy that.
It's like our society's made us think that things make us feel better, but it's not. Like, those people literally have nothing and they're the happiest. Like,
it's crazy.
It puts things into perspective a lot.
It's nuts.
I have this thing like right on my face.
I know, those things are so annoying.
You know what I look like? I look like tire face.
We got to get curtains for these windows.
I know, I want to. You guys, you know how much it costs to put curtains in our bedroom? It's like $300 to do the ones that I want. Yeah.
What's so special about the ones you want?
They're long.
How long?
And wide.
Yeah. So will it be like a big shitload of curtain all bunched up so that there's no...
Yeah, because right now there's like cracks and stuff, and our window is very like long.
She is so sensitive, y'all. You have no idea how sensitive she is. Like, it's not just her ears. If you have, I wish I could think of a good example, like an electronic device with the teeniest, weeniest, itsy bitsy little light. The room has to be pitch black. If there's the itsy bitsiest little fucking light, that'll wake her up.
It's like I have thin eyelids or something. I could see it through my eyelids.
I mean, maybe you're seeing things from your third eye.
Maybe. Like I just know when there's a light on, and it's like I can't relax.
My brain learned how to fall asleep under a bridge with semi trucks driving by with their Jake brake.
No wonders.
And they would fuck with us too, because they knew homeless people were sleeping up under there. So the semi trucks and would go up under there at fucking midnight.
That's so loud in my ear right now.
How do you think it was for me when I was asleep?
But I'm not there. Like I don't have.
I gotta recreate it for you so you understand it.
I could imagine, honestly. That's not fun.
So living like that for about 6 months, I trained myself to just be able to fucking sleep through anything.
What is that? Oh, the washer.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we be blabbing. We just chilling.
Wow, we blabbed for a minute there. All right. Janice is next. Okay. Janice is a Scorpio. Says, I have been feeling a lot of anxiety lately. Are there any tips or advice I can utilize to feel better and grounded?
Well, yeah. I don't really need to pull tarot cards for that, but let's see. I have to read something, though, since you paid for a reading. Let me look at your life path. Let me take a look at that. Let's take a look at your life path. Ooh, star card. Ooh, I didn't even expect that. Okay. I like this. I like where this is going. Okay. So you've heard me talk at great lengths about all the changes that we're going through in the world right now. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to dig up that can of worms. But see, here's the thing. Anxiety, no matter what the cause. Now, I was professionally and clinically diagnosed with severe clinical anxiety when I was 27. Trust me, I know a thing or two about anxiety. Anxiety, no matter why it's there, no matter if it's warranted or unwarranted, no matter if it's legitimate or just silly shit, you just freaking yourself out. It all boils down to the same point. Fear of losing control. Period. That's what anxiety is. See, the way we operate, our ego analytical thinking brain always wants to figure everything out. And it always wants to know what lies ahead. And 95% of the time, it's an illusion anyways. We don't fucking know what lies ahead. How many people do you think in 2019 were so confident that they knew how 2020 and 2021 were going to go? They didn't have no anxiety. They weren't nervous. They had this sense of foresight. They had all these plans, these goals, and they were feeling good. Right? But then 2020 rolled around and slapped everybody in the face and let you know you're not in fucking control like you think you are anyways, right? Anyway, so the ego always wants to feel like it knows what's coming. And that's what makes us comfortable. We're all like that. I want to have a good idea of what I think tomorrow's going to be like, the next week, the next month, the next year. And come up with a list of ways to avoid certain obstacles and backup plans and this and that. And that's what the ego does, and that's what makes it feel comfortable. For whatever reason, when the ego starts to lose that perceived sense of foresight, it starts freaking out. It immediately starts going haywire and freaking out and getting scared when it can't project a picture and it's in your mind of what the future looks like. Now, the reason why you are losing your sense of foresight is because the world that we're moving into is so unprecedented that your ego can't paint a picture of what that would be like at all. Because the only thing the ego is a record of past experiences. When the ego starts putting things together to figure out the future, The only thing it has is past experiences to dig through. It digs through a record of past experiences and then sifts through all that shit and uses that to come up with a composite of what the future is going to look like. Well, if we're moving into something that's unlike anything we've experienced before, the intuition is trying to explain to the ego what's coming, but the ego can't understand it because it has nothing to relate it to, has nothing to compare it to. So the ego can't paint that picture of what's coming because it doesn't understand what the intuition is telling it. So then the ego is spazzing out and freaking out. You're being prepared for a higher calling. Okay? You are a light worker. You have a mission. You have a spiritual mission. And the things you're going through now, the things you've been going through, and probably some of the things you will continue to go through are going to contribute in one way or another into you stepping into that role and playing that role and answering that calling. And it's not anything you would be able to figure out in a million years. So to answer the question, advice, let me grab the second spread here. Hang on. King of Wands. Well, this is tricky. The best way to begin alleviating anxiety is if you can talk yourself into being completely and totally okay with the worst case scenario. Because see, that's what anxiety is. Anxiety is the ego having this worst case scenario that it's scared to death of and freaking out trying to figure out a way to avoid it. If you can tell your ego, well, you know what? If the worst case scenario happens, fuck it. It is what it fucking is. Oh, well, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Fuck it. That's hard. That's not easy. That is not easy. But if you can get the ego to be on board with that, like, okay, well, I'm going to do my best and that's it. As long as I'm doing my best, if the worst case scenario still happens, well, then that must be what the universe wants to happen. So fuck it. Whatever. Be okay. Now, I'm not saying sit around and prepare yourself for the worst and constantly fantasize about the worst case scenario. I'm saying be okay with it. You'll notice that your vibration will lighten up. See, the universe behaves like water. It lifts those up who make themselves light and drowns those who make themselves heavy. When you're in anxiety and you're tense, you're heavy and you're sinking, right? And when you let go of that, you're fuck it, whatever. You float up out of those low vibrations. The universe can pick you up and carry you through any bullshit that's going on. And you'll never fall by the wayside. So you got a pretty big calling coming up between now and 2030. I think that by the time we get into the 2030s, you will be carrying out a very extensive spiritual mission.
All right, hey. Next we have Anonymous, a naughty mouse.
Naughty mouse.
They're an Aries. It says, oh, I think that's supposed to be a W. Will my new employment be among the positions I already applied for until now, or the ones that I'm going to apply to? So basically, are they going to get hired at a job they already applied for, or that one that they haven't applied to yet, but they're going to? I'm not sure how you would read that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe one spread for each. Like one spread could be the ones that they already applied to, and then the second spread could be the future applicants or whatever.
You're really thinking about that way too hard. That could really clamp down on your path. Star reversed, High Priestess. All right, so with the 7 of Cups there, I'm kind of feeling like, so of all the doors you have knocked on, none of them lead you directly to your next path. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get them to open. What that means, though, is the doors that you're looking for right now, if you get one of those to open, it'll be an interesting stepping stone, and it'll have a lot of twists and turns before you end up on the path that you're leveling up to, because you're leveling up right now. You're in the middle of a leveling up process, and it's not as easy as just jumping from one level to the next. It's a big staircase from this level to this level. And I mean, none of the things you've applied to thus far are doorways that lead you directly to your next path. So let me see what the second spread says. Seven of Wands. Star reversed again. 10 of Wands. Yeah. Now I'm honestly feeling like, now this is the tricky part. I'm not saying that you can't get any of these doors to open. What I'm saying, though, is that the doorway that's going to lead to the next level is something very, very unexpected. Something that I don't think you're even seeing right now. And it may not even be time for you to see it right now. Now, I think the universe is giving you a little window of opportunity to see if you can figure it out. If you can't, then yes, the universe could open one of these doors and let you work your way through there and take you there that way. But that would be kind of pulling you off path a little bit. I'm not seeing any metaphorical door that you've already knocked on directly leading you to your next path. So it would be tricky to get one of those to open. I think the universe would only open one of those doors as a last case scenario, if it just really looks like you're not finding, the path. And that's okay. You're going to get on your path one way or the other. You're going to get on it. And the universe will make sure you get on it no matter what. But you're still being given a little bit of a window of opportunity to figure that out. Hope that helps. No, it's kind of complicated, but trying to make it understandable. Let's get some more sage.
Burn the sage, burn the sage. Okay.
Get good vibes in the air and burn them like we just don't care. Light up the flame and burn that sage. Just try not to burn your damn hair.
It does smell like burnt hair. What the heck? Do you smell that?
No.
Did you burn your hairs on your hand?
No.
Weird. Okay. Maybe it's just like you said it and then like my brain decided to smell it.
Yep.
Okay, next is for Kayla. She's a Libra. It says, is there any new love coming towards me or around me?
No. Love doesn't come towards you. Love comes from you, not to you. I know I get on y'all's nerves with this shit, but seriously, I want to plant these little seeds so that I can send you on your way with some very important things to think about. Was you about to say something?
No.
Oh. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. Love is a vibration. Vibration is the primary law. A person or a relationship is what comes towards you. That's what you attract. Attraction is the secondary law. So keep that in mind. Let's see what's due to come in next. What?
I'll tell you after this.
Is that the car dealer guy?
Oh yeah, but I'm not laughing at him. Yeah, because they haven't given us our paperwork yet. So I asked him, like, where's the paperwork?
We don't have to drive down there.
He says they're gonna email it to me now.
Two of Cups reversed. Three of Cups reversed. Got Knight of Cups here. So yeah, I'm seeing you connecting with somebody with the Ace of Cups. Or I'm sorry, the Ace of Swords there. Communication, and the Ace of Cups is reversed though. So communication, somebody coming forward with a love offer or intentions of a love offer, but for some reason that love offer not taking lift off, not really getting up off the ground. I don't know why. Three of Swords, maybe there's somebody else involved, possibly. Could be somebody that with not the greatest intentions in the world. Or maybe it's just something that the universe puts a blockage on it, you know, like communicating with somebody on the internet and things just aren't really lining up. I don't know, though. It's not really telling me what's due to come in next. So that must mean that there are no miscellaneous contracts due to come in. Let's see what the second spread says. Queen of Pentacles reversed. If you have your eye on someone specific, I don't think that there is a contract for the two of you to come together right now. Ace of Swords reversed, yeah. The next person due to come in is not somebody you currently know. It is not. Six of Swords reversed. Six of Cups, past energy. I don't know how long you've been single, but yeah, there's still some past energy that needs to be released. I would probably go as far as to say that there are no other miscellaneous contracts. The next person is your person. Right now, though, there's still a karmic tie to a past person right now that needs to be dealt with before you can attract that person in. If there's somebody in mind, because I kind of get the idea that you have somebody in mind when you say, is there somebody around me? No, there's not a contract for that. So if you choose to take it there with somebody that you know, be careful with that. Be really careful with that.
Okay, so I'm laughing at this. So Nevaeh sent me this picture the other night of me.
Oh, you?
Yeah, she sent me these.
What the hell is that? Was that from the other day when y'all went out shopping?
No, it was like a long time ago. She just like had it in her phone. So it's like me looking into this magnifying glass. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks so funny. Anyways. So I turned it into a sticker and then I was going to send it to that car guy.
Oh.
And be like, I'll be looking for it. Because he says they're going to email me the
you should do that.
The thing. And I was going to send the sticker and be like, I'll be looking for it.
Do it.
Well, that's what I was laughing at. And then I sent that to Nevaeh. I used it here. I was like, what the fuck is a protein muffin? And then she was asking about that. And then I sent it again when I was like, she was posting that stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I said, that's me, Detective Leah. I said, you know, when you see that whatever. I don't know. It's just funny. I just think that's the funniest sticker ever.
I would send that to him.
All right.
Because we already got to mess with him. Because when we got this car, we just got a car last week. And like Leah wasn't playing no games. She was asking all kinds of questions. I want to see the Carfax. I want to see this. I want to see that. and just really grilling him like, we ain't just gonna let you come play fucking games with us. And I kind of freaked him out a little bit. So now we mess with him.
I said, I'll be looking for it, sir. That sticker is just way too funny, dude. It's ridiculous.
Buggy.
And I always use that emoji anyways, the one with the little like monocle or whatever. So it's like now I have my own custom one. Bagala, he has been so restless all day. I don't know what his problem is.
Murky fucking Metro,
Seriously,
bro.
he's like chasing his brother, biting him.
Here
he's
he
like
comes.
messing with my roses. He said, laugh my ass off. He's just like, you're just being bad today. Maybe he wants to go on a walk. I don't. All of a sudden, he wants to look out this window. He never looks out this window.
Now you got a table up here in front of it.
Your butthole's in my face. Go. This table's always been here. Can you go, please, sir?
Come on, Bugger.
All right.
All right.
Okay, thanks for your patience, everybody. We have to have little blab breaks. That's how we
little
get
blab breaks.
All right. Next is for Raymond. And they're a Taurus, and it says, been feeling a Pisces pull on my energy for a few weeks, leaving me confused. Most of it is gone, but still lingers. What is the protocol for this?
What
Maybe like, how do you handle that? Like that feeling of them lingering? Like the energy?
Well, I mean, it would depend on the nature of the situation. What do you mean this person's pulling on your energy? Who is this to you? Is it somebody you've been with, like a past person, or is it just like somebody around you that you feel a strong connection with? Yeah, I a little bit more than that, depending. I mean, protocol is always the same as far as transmutation goes, but that may, depending on the nature of the connection, you may not need to do all that.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I think one thing a lot of people miss or underestimate is how long it can take to fully release somebody's energy. Like fully release it. That can take time. I've been with people for as short of amount of time as 2 weeks and spent 2 years detangling their energy from my aura. It can take time. That's not just something that, I don't care. Like if you had a fling with somebody one night, their energy is going to be tangled up in your aura until you get it out. And depending, that can take months.
They said, I'm pretty sure that's who this is. They said, I just feel them in my energy and it's confusing.
So it's not somebody you've ever been with before?
Oh, yeah, I guess that is a good question.
Yeah. There's no past history with you.
Never, just spoke with them on social media a few years ago and brief connection with a few dream appearances.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is a member of your soul family. Very near and dear member of your soul family. So you all have had past lives before where you've played really close roles in each other's lives, like parent and child, brother and sister, husband and wife, stuff like that. And basically, there's not really a protocol for that. You can't really undo like hundreds of lifetimes worth of forming connections and whatnot. Just learning how to identify it and be at peace with it. Like learning how to identify what soul recognition is. And it can be kind of weird. And, it's just this thing where you have to learn how to identify who your soul family is. Even if it's somebody you don't know. It happens to me from time to time. Like, we'll just be out walking around doing something and somebody will catch my eye and I'm like, that's soul family right there. I'll never speak to him ever. But I'll just see him pass and I'm like, That's fucking soul fam right there. Okay, cool. Right on. And then be okay with that, be cool with it, and then just release it, you know? Let me see. There's one other card that I'm looking for. I'm being careful dancing around this until I see whether or not it's going to come out. Page of Swords reverse. 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3.
They said, so what are our roles then? Because it's like they hijack my lower chakras.
There's not one. There's not always a role. Just because you feel a strong soul recognition with somebody, that doesn't always mean there's a role. That just means that you're remembering previous lifetimes. Like, you know, for whatever reason, there's many, many, many different things that can trigger like soul recognition. Deja vu is another one where something triggers your consciousness to pop into the 5th dimension. And in the 5th dimension, there is no linear time. Linear time isn't like what it is down here. So up in the 5th dimension, you're experiencing the forward arrow of time and the backward arrow of time simultaneously. Like, I haven't done this yet, but I feel like I've done it before. Or when you meet somebody and it feels like you've known them your whole life, or they're really familiar and you don't recognize them, but you recognize them. I haven't met you yet, but I feel like I've met you before. The forward arrow of time and the backward arrow of time simultaneously. And, you know, this can happen in so many different ways, you know. And yeah, sometimes when you see somebody, it triggers you to remember previous lifetimes. You're remembering soul recognition. And as far as what chakra that triggers, that's the human ego. Because we humans are conditioned to think in a tiny little category of just a few different fucking boxes. And because we are so simple-minded, we're like simple-minded animals compared to what we really are on the other side. Whenever we feel a connection with somebody, we have to figure out which one of those boxes to stick it in. And if it just so happens to be the gender that we're attracted to, and they are sexually attractive, well, obviously we're going to stick it in the sex box or the romance box, you know?
I was wondering where you're going with that.
Where else are
Sticking it in the, like, where are we going with this conversation?
Only a Saggy would wonder that.
Whoops.
So no, there aren't any particular roles or any protocol really. Just learning how to identify who soul family is. You know, there's no real words. I don't even have words to describe it. Like I said, it happens to me, not like all the time, but it's not uncommon, you know, and I've gotten to a point in my life now where every now and then I'll mention it to you. I know I did that a few months ago one time where I pointed to somebody, I said, that person's soul fam. And he was like, oh, really? Cool. And, but other than that, I usually just keep it to myself. It's just this connection you feel where you just recognize somebody. And it's like, that's soul fam right there. Cool. Right on.
Maybe me and Turtle. Turtle disappeared. Turtle is gone. I have not seen Turtle at all. There's this guy who would go to our gym, and I nicknamed him Turtle because he looks...
He looks like Dana Carvey in The Master of Disguise. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
So he nicknamed him Turtle, and he was there every single day. Every time we would go to the gym, he was there. And then all of a sudden, we went, okay, I saw Turtle's car at the grocery store, and I was like, oh, that's Turtle's car. He's at the grocery store with us. And then it turned out not to be. It was like this older couple. So I was like, okay, let's look at the license plate, and then when we go to the gym, let's see if Turtle, maybe he's driving his parents' car or something like that. Because it's like a very uncommon car, like color, and you know what I mean? It's pretty like specific. And then Turtle I have not seen Turtle again. to confirm the license plate. Like, turtle's gone, poof.
Yeah.
Like, once you start paying attention to people, like, they disappear.
So it's not uncommon, especially as a long-term human. If, your soul family, like most long-term humans have a tight-knit group of soul family who are your favorites. And we play the really close roles, like parent and child, brother and sister, and husband and wife, and best friends, and stuff like that. And then switch those roles around. And then once we've played all those roles with all of our favorite soul family multiple times, we get bored. And we say, okay, we've all played every part of this game we can possibly play. So I'm going to play this with some of these other soul fam over here. But how about this? I'm going to play with these people, but let's see if we can cross paths and say what's up just for the fun of it, and then that's when things like this happen. We cross paths. The goal was just to say what's up just for the fun of it, just to see if you could do it. And sometimes that can lead to really crazy things happening. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Turkey durkey.
Turtle is gone. I will let you guys know, though, if we see Turtle again. I will give you the update because I haven't seen him in probably close to a month now.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird car that he drives. It's like this dark blue SUV with a white roof.
Yeah, that's his turtle shell.
And
the roof is a different color. I don't know.
Just hearing that, you would maybe paint a picture in your mind of kind of an old crappy car, but it's not. It's like comes out of the factory like that, brand new. It's like a nice car, but it has a different color roof for some reason. Anyway, it's like a Kia or something, isn't it?
I don't remember.
I think it was like a Kia something, SUV.
Or
wasn't it? I thought it was a Kia. I don't know.
They all look the same to me now. All right. Next we have N, and they are a Sagittarius, and it says, my husband and I have been on the struggle bus for a while and are moving across the country for my job. What is the most likely outcome?
Outcome for the marriage? Is that?
I would assume so. They're saying that there's been struggles.
Well,
unless you're in the chat, let us know.
Yeah. So struggle bus in regards to what? Finances? So.
Or I read that differently. As if they are struggling in
that's what I was thinking.
Relationship.
That's what I was thinking at first. But then if you're moving across the country for the job, I was thinking, well, maybe you've been struggling financially.
Oh, they said for all the things. Oh. So are you wanting to know about the outcome of the relationship, or the outcome of?
Let me look at the soul contract here.
Or the job, or yeah.
Eight of Cups reverse. Good. Chariot, there's the travel card. 10 of Wands. Okay, this is supposed to take the two of you to the next level. So, just like anything else in life, in order to grow, in order to evolve in this dimension, that only happens under stress. Growth and evolution. It's not that it can't happen under stress. It's just that growth is very slow while you're comfortable. So this is meant to take the two of you to the next level altogether. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard with the 10 of Wands. And have y'all been together for a long time? Is this a relatively new marriage, or has it been something real long term?
They said we're struggling personally, but the finances in the new job are good. But I feel like he quit on me.
Well, I mean, don't get it twisted. Moving across the country I don't know if you've ever done
30
that before.
years, by the
Oh,
way.
30 years. Wow. Okay.
That's a test of any relationship, to be honest. We can't even hang up a freaking thing on the wall without wanting to take each other out. Like, I would wring his neck if we moved across the country together. We'd be so sick of each other.
Well, here's the thing, though. Have you ever made a big change of location like that before? Like a big one? Like, not just to a different city, not just to a different town, but like a different climate. The air feels different. You're seeing plants that you didn't know existed. You're seeing bugs that you've never seen before, birds that you didn't know existed. Like a big change of location like that can be a vibrational shock.
They said no.
No? Okay, yeah. It can be a vibrational shock, depending on what climate you're moving from and moving to as well. It can be a shock to the system, like a major shock. And if the two of you make it through this, it'll take you to the next level. That's what it's intended to do. It's not in the soul contract for this to come to an end. I feel like this is a life partnership soul contract. Let's see the next spread.
He said snakes, like so many of them. And I asked him, where the heck are you going? That there's a lot of snakes. What places have snakes? Here, I just saved a snake, by the way. George? Where's George?
You mean Georgia?
Georgia? There's snakes in Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Georgia? From where? Where are you moving from? I would imagine West Coast then, right?
Georgia. It just sounds sticky and humid.
It's extremely sticky and humid. Extremely.
See, that's going to make you irritated just in itself.
Yeah.
PNW? I don't know where that is.
I don't know what that means. What's P&W mean? Seven of Coins, Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands, Temperance. So yeah, this is really meant to push the two of you to the next level, is what it's meant to do. But is it guaranteed? No, nothing's guaranteed, but this is a life partnership soul contract. So if things go according to contract, yes, it's going to be stressful. But once the two of you finally work through this and you finally break through it and just kind of surrender to the changes and whatnot and allow the universe to pick you up and carry you to the next level, life is going to be very different for the two of you. Very, very different. Did it say where they're moving from?
Yeah, Pacific
Northwest.
Yeah.
Well, that's a kind of a vague. So is that like, that's kind of like up in the Washington, Oregon area?
Or something?
Yeah. Very different climate. Very, very different. Very different. So yeah, it's going to be, and it, honestly, no matter where you are on the East Coast, it doesn't matter. You go from Maine to Florida. It's a totally different vibe than the West Coast. I don't know what it is. East Coast energy is just more fast paced. You know, West Coast energy is more like, yeah, man, chill, West Coast, yeah. It's way more laid back. It's hard to explain. You have to feel the difference between the two of you, between the two to really understand it. But for some reason, maybe it's because the day starts earlier over there. You know,
the day starts earlier.
It does.
But night starts sooner too.
Yeah, but the day, wake up, we're up and going earlier.
But you're also going to bed earlier
than the rest of the country. It doesn't matter. Huh. Like, you know, like something is triggering. I don't really want to say it's anxiety. I don't even know the word to explain it, but it's just more fast paced on the East Coast. More fast paced. And yeah, going from West Coast to East Coast could definitely take the two of you to the next level. It's a life partnership soul contract, and it shouldn't be coming to an end.
You guys just gotta tough it out. Hopefully, maybe it's a good thing that you guys are going there. Maybe it's a good change and
After 30 years, I was in the first grade when y'all got married. Jesus Christ, Batman.
Cheese and rice.
Cheese, it's sliced.
You and your damn cheese.
You're the one that said cheese first. Cheese and rice.
Yeah, I try to make it healthy though with the rice. You just go straight for the cheese. Sliced.
Cheese, it's sliced. I think of cheese, it's all I think of shit gunked up in my teeth.
He settled.
Looking at his pillow.
Wait, I gotta get a picture of that. That's funny. No, I think his eyes are closed. Oh, Becky. Or no, don't look over here.
You want me to get him to look?
No, I want him to look at his pillow. Of course, he just moved his head though.
Cats telepathically know when you're about to take a picture of them. And they'll just rebel against you. Except for Sperry, he'll pose for you.
Yeah, look, I got this as Sperry this morning. I'm gonna show them.
He'll roll over on his back and just be cute on purpose.
Can you guys see him? Oh, there's a glare. Look, he was like, "Oh my god, so cute." Me. That's what he does. Hit my belly, please.
Yeah.
You're like, fine. I wasn't busy or anything. So cute. Oh, I got this one of Sage last night. Funny.
Boo boop be doo.
All right, next we have Lindsay.
Boom.
Lindsay's a Pisces. It says currently going through a bad heartbreak. Found out husband has a girlfriend. We have 2 young children together. Will I find love again anytime soon? Wow, that's crazy. Does the girlfriend know about you? Because, damn.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Imagine being the girlfriend and finding out, oh, you have a wife and kids? Like, playing, like,
remember this. Now, this is really important stuff. This is why I talk about this stuff so much on my main channel. You don't find love. You find a person. You only attract in according to the frequency in which you vibrate. Now, a lot of people, they get the wrong idea when you say this. There is no judgment when we talk about energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay? Energy, frequency, and vibration does not make you a good person or a bad person, or a smart person or a dumb person. When you are on the vibration of brokenness, emptiness, and sadness, the only way you can attract a person into your life is if that person is a vibrational match to brokenness, emptiness, and sadness. So you got to be real careful who you connect with while you're on a vibration of brokenness, emptiness, and sadness. So, yeah, be careful. Don't look for a relationship just to fill a void. Don't look for that. That will never have a good outcome. But let me look at the status of this soul contract. What's the status of the past soul contract? Is it complete, incomplete? What's going on? 10 of Wands reversed. Cold.
My feet are cold.
King of Pentacles reversed. Hierophant. No, that's incomplete. Okay. So, yeah, that's incomplete. So it was not supposed to go down like that. So now it is officially karma because the contract was messed up. He wasn't supposed to do that.
Wow.
So that means that it's going to be even harder. It's going to require even more work to heal from that. But I'll tell you this much. If you do successfully take the healing path, and you take that path very successfully, it's going to turn you into a completely different person. Completely different. And it's possible that you could shift to a different frequency, and the universe could bring somebody in who blows him out of the water to take his place. Very, very, very possible. Very possible. The thing is, like I said, when you try to lay any kind of foundation on that energy, it's going to crumble. Now, even on his end, he laid a foundation based on lies and deceit. The likelihood, I'm not allowed to spy on the details of his life, but just energetically speaking, it's like he jumped in a car with 1 quart of oil in it. The likelihood that that engine is going to blow is extremely high. Extremely high. So the same thing on your end, though. Remember, energy, frequency, and vibration has nothing to do with who did right and who did wrong and this and that. It's just energy, and it manifests the way it manifests. So both of you have to be really, really careful laying a foundation on this energy. If you take a healing path, the likelihood that by the time 2030 gets here, the tables will turn is very high. Very high. I know that sounds like it's a long way away, but it's not. I'm going to tell you what, jump down, turn around is going to be 2030. And by the time that time rolls around, take that healing path, you'll be on top of the mountain. You'll be living a life that you never dreamed possible. And he's going to be erect, feeling stupid. You know, the likelihood that the person he's with is going to go off and cheat on him is very high because that's the energy that brought the two of them together. Remember, like vibration attracts like vibration. He attracted somebody on the vibration of lies, deceit, and infidelity. So the likelihood that lies, deceit, and infidelity is going to manifest is very high. That's what goes around comes around really means. It's not a little invisible superhero named Captain Karma who goes around seeking justice. That's not the way it works. It works energetically. He laid the foundation on that energy, so the likelihood that that energy is going to manifest and turn on him is very high. Very high. So, but again, the most important thing here is that this is not a complete soul contract. It was not supposed to go down that way. So now it is officially a karmic tie. So anytime soon, I would be real careful with that. I can't tell you that you won't attract a person anytime soon. I can't tell you that because you're not even on your default timeline right now. But attracting a person who aligns with growth, healing, love, and abundance, no, you're not a vibrational match to that yet. As you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. There's no reason in the world why after you went through what you went through that you should be on that frequency. If you was a vibrational match to love, happiness, and abundance, there's either something wrong with you or you're just an insanely skilled energy worker, you know? So yeah, you have the ability, you have all the tools, all the fuel that if you want to, you could whip up an energetic cocktail and turn it into fucking jet fuel and it'll power you up the mountain. And within 5 short years, I'm not saying it's going to take 5 years, but by the time 2030 gets here, the tables will turn. So I hope you utilize everything that's been dealt with some wisdom because you can really make some shit happen with that.
Okay. Okay, next is for V. Weston, and they are a Cancer. It says, what is coming in love for me? And then this was the question last week. I feel like that could help answer like their current status in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're currently in separation, right? That's what I have for last week.
So all I can really look at is what is due to come in next. The Hermit. So World card, 10 of Cups reversed. So yeah. Right now, the universe is putting red tape around you and giving you a window of opportunity to figure out which energetic pathway you're going to take. because there is still some past vibrational baggage weighing you down. And that's going to make it very, very challenging to attract a situation that aligns with your highest good. Now, is it possible to attract somebody in a low frequency state and the two of you work together as a team to climb out of it? Yes, it's possible. However, the likelihood that if either of you were understood how to do that work when you're in that state, would even be in that state to begin with, is slimmer. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. I don't mean to make it sound that way. That just means that whenever you come together with somebody, healing, manifesting is harder when you have somebody with you. It's harder. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're healing trauma or if you're trying to manifest money. Everything that you want to do when you have somebody with you, it's more challenging with somebody with you because both of you have to be on the same page. When the two of you come together as one unit, you can fuck things up for them and they can fuck things up for you. Both of you have to be working together to be able to manifest together as a team. So when you're still at that place where you have a lot of past energy attached to you and tied to you and whatnot, if two people come together, it can be much, 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 much harder. Because usually whenever somebody is, energetically attached to a past person, the main reason they want a new relationship is to get that past person off their mind, So the first thing that those people usually tend to do is they jump into it and swallow themselves up in it so they're not thinking about the healing they need to do, which is a recipe for disaster. But I don't think you have any miscellaneous contracts due to come in, which is good. Let's see what the second spread says here. 8 of Pentacles reversed. 3 more shuffles. Whoops. 1, 2, and 3. Eight of Cups again. So still some past energy that needs to be dealt with. So yeah, you're being put on a little solo journey. And that's a good thing. The universe does that so you don't accidentally grab something and bring it into your life that's going to pull you off path. So this is where, when you're on a solo journey, you want to just sit and focus on what can I do to better myself? Personally, what I would do is I would just go crazy. All right, I'm going to get a gym membership. I'm going to just completely rearrange my whole lifestyle, change who I am. It's weird how trauma and pain can be used as fuel for that shit, And yeah, then the next thing that's due to come in is your divine life partner. That's the next thing that's due. So I don't want to say too much because I don't know how long you've been single or how long your last relationship was, but divine life partner is the next thing that's due. Just some past energy that needs to be released. And if you've listened to me any amount of time, you know that comes through a lot. So you're not alone. Most people are struggling with that. But we need to keep that in mind. So.
All right. Next is for Trish. She did Cancer. And then I tried asking if she was in the chat, but I didn't get a response. But her question was, looking into a love reading between Christopher and I, please.
Yeah, I need to know who that person is to you.
Yeah. Oh, she's here.
Who is that person to you? Is it a past person or a current person or a potential new person? Or just somebody that you're interested in, you don't even know if they're interested in you? What's the deal there?
What's the dealio, Emilio?
Dealio Emilio. Another one of my old phrases that's still alive today.
Sour. Sour. He kept trying to be with me while still seeing other people.
Ah. Well, that tells you every fucking thing you need to know about him. I don't need a tarot card to tell you that.
And then she said, so I told him don't contact me until he's single. So we haven't talked for a few months.
Well, I don't need a tarot card to tell you that he's a dishonest, deceitful, lying, cheating, backstabbing little fuckbag.
Yikes.
I don't need a tarot card to tell you that. That's not somebody you can trust.
So basically, you want to see what the potential would be between you and this person.
Let me see if there's a soul contract. Five of Swords. That's what I thought. I'm going to get what I want, and I don't care what I have to do to get it. I'll play dirty. I don't care who I have to lie to, cheat on, steal from, manipulate, fuck over, throw under the bus. I'm going to get what I want, and I don't care what I have to do to get it. I already told you that, though, so. I'm trying to see if there's a soul contract here.
She said, I don't know if you believe in twin flames, but he's mine. And yes, I agree with what you said about him. LOL.
I do believe in twin flames. It's just one of the most misunderstood subjects in the spiritual community. And I gave up trying to explain it because a lot of what I like to do is I like to take a lot of these fluffy, cute little terms and phrases that are thrown around the spiritual community, and I like to bring them down to earth and make them understandable, make people actually understand what it really means. And for the very most part, about 85-90% of that, I've been pretty successful with that. But the twin flame thing, people just still do not understand what the fuck that's all about. So I stepped away from it, and I'm like, I'm not touching it no more, you know. I mean, if you was to come to me and ask me if somebody's your twin flame, then I'll read that, but I don't even touch that subject anymore. But anyway, no, I'm not really seeing a long-term. Matter of fact, the twin flame card's reversed in the spread. But I don't think there is a long-term potential contract here. I don't think so. We got the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. So definitely not somebody you can trust at all. So energetically, it wouldn't work no matter what the contract was. Even if there was a long-term, like permanent contract here with this energy, that energy, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm not seeing anything that indicates a long-term contract. Let me see what the second spread says.
She said, nothing cute about twin flames. Definitely traumatic. Pushed me into a huge healing.
Well, usually that's the point of it. Long story short, the point of it is to activate a new energy in you and turn you into a different person. Of all the real twin flame connections I've actually seen, very fucking few. I can count on one hand the number of twin flame connections where the soul contract was a life partnership. Most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's temporary. We come together, we activate each other, trigger the release of old vibrational baggage. It can be an extremely ugly process, and then they part ways.
Oh, that's
so
not a good one.
Yeah, that's usually the case. So let's see what the second spread says. Seven of Cups. Yeah, he ain't changed. He probably has no plans on changing until it's too late, which is usually most dudes that like to play that game. Hey, when you're young, I get it. When you're between 18 and 23, 24, 25. Okay. Pushing into your late 20s. Okay. It's about time to fucking
There's too many for that.
start settling down.
Oh, no, you're not.
Would you leave me alone?
Ew, remind me to never touch those again. She wants to know. She said, kind of interested in knowing if we'll have any contact in the future. He's almost 29, and I just turned 32.
Well, when the contract is complete like that, it's hard to say because since this already served the purpose it was supposed to serve, it's all up in the air. It's all completely up in the air. So the way that, see, when you come to anybody for a reading, some people know this, some people don't, but what's mainly being read is what I like to call the default timeline. That's a little term that I came up with for the plan. What did we plan before we got down here? And once the plan, once either things aren't working according to plan or the plan is complete, then after that, it's a big free-for-all. You know, so once a soul contract is complete, now there is no plan. So now it's a big free-for-all. It's all 100% nothing but free will. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not seeing any action as far as that goes coming through here. But it's possible if it's been like a bunch of months, like months and months and months, and he still hasn't. 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords. It looks like he's still out playing around, playing the field. 29 years old. He's getting to a point where here real fucking soon, if he doesn't cut that bullshit out now, he probably has no plans of it. Because when you creep up into your late 20s, you start approaching a crossroads. Are you going to evolve into your 30s and go on to the next level, or just have another repeat of your 20s? And if he's still playing those games now at age 29 and he doesn't cut it out soon, he's just going to have another repeat of his 20s for another decade, you know? So.
Next is for KK.
KK.
They are a Capricorn. What will my love life look like by the end of 2025? And they are single.
Single. How long you been single? Been single for a long time or newly single? Because I want to look at the status of the past soul contract. I want to see if there's an energetic blockage. But that's why I want to know how long you've been single, because if you've only been single for a month, then that wouldn't be considered really an energetic blockage per se, because you wouldn't be expected to clear that energy out in a month. But if you've been single for a year, then that's when we would start looking at it as a blockage, where, you know, some of this energy should have been cleared out by then. Sun reversed. Queen of Swords reversed, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, 9 of Swords, Star reversed. Right now I'm seeing wishes unfulfilled by the end of 2025. It's not really, well, I mean, it is telling me a little bit about the past, but again, I don't know how long you've been single, so I don't know how to look at this. I don't know if I would consider this a blockage or just a normal natural part of your path. So if you're newly single, this is just a normal natural part of your path. If you've been single for a while, though, then that's when I would call it a blockage. Since I don't really know a whole lot about what you got going on, all I can really tell you is Star card, Sun card reversed, wishes unfulfilled. Because I think the next person due to come in is at a very different vibrational frequency. Yeah, the World card, whole new cycle. I don't want to say too much more without knowing. Is that person in the chat?
No. Wait, what are you wanting to
I
know?
want to know how long she's been single, or he or whoever this person is. How long
okay.
they've been single. So
yeah, they're not in the chat.
Without knowing that, I got to dance around to be very general. And I won't really be able to give any advice.
Well, they are going by an alias, so I'm not sure. Sometimes they don't want to say anything.
Yeah. Four of Pentacles reversed. 3 of Wands reversed. Uh-oh. Got the loneliness card. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, World reversed again. Devil card reversed. So be careful. There is a potential that you could cross paths with somebody who doesn't have the best intentions. All right? Be careful with that. I think, if you want to look at it like a test, I don't have the test card here, so I'm using that term loosely. There is a potential you could cross paths with somebody who doesn't have the best intentions. And so that is going to kind of put you at a crossroads as to whether or not you up level to the next level or repeat a past cycle. So yeah, it kind of depends. It depends on the energetic pathway you take moving forward. Depends on how long you've been single. There's a potential that the next person that comes in could be long-term, stable, and committed. I don't know if I see that by the end of 2025, though, because the last half of 2025 is going to be a testing phase and a leveling up phase. And those types of things aren't really timed out. It's really hard to time that stuff out. So I don't want to give it a time frame like the end of 2025. But yeah, I can't really say too much more without really knowing like how long you've been single and all that stuff.
All right, so this is our last one, unless anyone wants to get on our list before we end this last reading. I totally just went. Anyways, yeah, so all right, next we're gonna do Black Daria, and they are a Leo. My ex-fiance broke off our engagement and called us roommates out of nowhere right after we moved into a new home. He also acted off and on. What does he? And then it cut off. And then the note said, my ex-fiance broke up with me after he supposedly got a movie/book deal. After the breakup, he started working out and went on Ozempic. Our lease is up at the end of the year, and I plan on moving next year. What are his plans, and what does he want? Oh, it was supposed to say, what does he want? Okay.
Well, that, I really got to look at the soul contract on that. Like big time. I could be wrong, but that sounds like a classic case of a soul contract being complete. I could be wrong, though, so let me just check and see. Ace of Cups reversed. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, Empress reversed. I think this is a completed soul contract. Okay. Yeah, that's usually what happens. I don't know. Actually, honestly, I know this may sound a little bit weird, but in the long run, like retroactively, it's better that it happened that way. Because usually, or he just responded to it very quickly. But usually it just starts becoming uncomfortable and starts building pressure over time. And I don't think that happened here. It kind of feels like as soon as you all completed this contract, he took a turn. So,
And then
I guess I can see his energy and intentions.
she said, by the way, he has never worked out in 2 years. So maybe is he just trying to get like ready for the like his what did you say?
A movie and a book deal.
Yeah, maybe that like boosted his confidence and he wants to like get in shape. Or do you think he's trying to get all looking good for someone else? Maybe because
I mean, so the way this sounds, correct me if I'm wrong, but I got the impression by reading that you don't really believe he got a movie and a book deal. Or do you think he's just saying that? Because it wasn't the word supposedly in there.
oh yeah,
After he
supposedly
supposedly got a movie and a book deal.
Yeah.
But he might be lying about that. Well, that would be stupid to lie about, wouldn't it? Because that's eventually going to come out in the end. You didn't get a fucking deal or whatever.
So that's what he said. He's like 170 pounds, 5'7". Isn't that like pretty like skinny though? 170 for a guy?
Not for 5'7".
Oh.
For me, I'm 6'1". That would be skinny. But not for 5'7".
I guess because I'm like almost 5'7". Oh, okay. Yeah.
Queen of Wands. I mean, I do feel like there is somebody else involved somehow, some way. Somehow, some way, there's some other individual involved. I don't really know his plans. I don't know. He kind of feels like he's living in fantasy cuckoo land, honestly. I'm not really allowed to spy on the close personal details of his personal private life. I'm not seeing anything that indicates that he didn't get the movie or the book deal or whatever. So that very well may be. But I do think that, he's very, very far off in Fantasyland. Very far off. So has he never had a taste of success before? Like ever? Because if he has, then he's got a problem. If he hasn't, though, that would make sense. If he hasn't really had a taste of success before, and then all of a sudden these doorways of opportunity start opening, that can like make you like, whoa, and you start going crazy in your mind and whatnot. But there, I think, is somebody specific in his mind. There's a karmic contract with somebody else. But it's hard to put it's hard to say what his plans are. I don't even think he knows exactly what his plans are. I can't put words to it.
She said he used to talk about how he was cool back in high school. But that's not really a taste of success. That's
not
high
success.
School, yeah.
I'm talking about like success, like real fucking status, real like you're well known on the streets, not on the streets, but like
on the street.
Like you walk the streets and people know who you are, like well known and make really good money and you're actually popular and you've made a name for yourself. Is he back in high school?
She says he's 49 years old. So is he like one of those people who like live in the past? Like always talks about like in high school, I did it. It's like, bro, that was so long ago.
Yeah. I don't know. Something's off here. I mean, I can't really dig too deep into the details of his life because this is a completed contract, but he is living in Fantasyland. Hopefully, I guess he figures out how to pull it together, but he's definitely fucking with a dangerous path.
Oh, she said he used to sell drugs back when he was young. Oh, so he was probably like more known, like. Was he like popular then for that? But then she says, I don't think that counts as success. I mean, in its own way, I guess if you're known.
That's not what I mean when I say success.
I know it's not what you mean, but so you could make a lot of money doing
but being a drug dealer and having a movie and a book deal and stuff like that. That's two totally different levels of success.
True, yeah,
Completely different. So, and I was just wondering because I don't think he knows. If he did, he has no idea what he's getting himself into.
Oh.
But either way, he's fucking with a really dangerous path. And honestly, if he stays on the path that he's on right now, you not being a part of it would probably serve your highest good. You'd be dodging a bullet on that. So hopefully that helped.
Yeah, did that answer the question?
Yeah, it's hard to say what his plans are. I can't really even put words to it. When you're in that state of fantasy fairy tale and not really rooted in reality, it's hard to say. I can't put words to it. But he's playing with fire is what he's doing. And if he ain't careful, he's going to go down a really nasty path.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, why the fuck would you cancel an engagement if you get a movie and a book deal?
Because he probably thinks he's going to get all famous, and then he's like,
so
he's going to have other options maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing like why a guy would do that. In my mind, that's what I would.
If that's your person, like, fucking take your wife with you, stupid.
I know. Yeah,
idiots.
That's sad. He's probably just doing you a favor, so you know, let him, whatever. But you'll have that last.
That does let you know that when a man has all the options in the world, that tells you who he is. That tells you who he is, because most men don't have very many options, so they just settle for what they can get. And when a man gets to a point, like if a man's in a relationship and then all of a sudden he has all the options available to him, that'll tell you whether or not he really loves you. Because if he really loves you, he'll stay with you. Mm-hmm. But if he don't, he's going to go play around with the options that he really wants, you know? So that tells you.
And then he'll come crying back when all those don't work. And then he's going to be like, oh, baby, oh, yeah. I fucked up. Take me back. Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
All right. Next is for Burrell. They are Gemini. It says, will she come back? It ended a couple years ago. Very messy. No closure. No contact. She's been stalking me for a few months. I feel her energy.
So are you 100% sure she's been stalking you? 100%. Like you know this for a fact. Or do you just assume that because you feel her energy?
Wait, if she's stalking you and you want her to come back, just let her come on in.
Yeah.
Hey, boo-boo, you don't have to stare at me through the window. Come on in through the front door. Let's reconcile.
Like, do you see her viewing your Instagram stories or something? Like, how do you know she's stalking?
She's looking through your window.
You're a goofball.
That's always been like one of my biggest fears when we lived out in when I lived out in the middle of like the desert in California. I lived by myself for a little bit, and I'd always be so scared. Like people were just staring at me through like the window cracks and like the blinds. I'd be so paranoid. I'd put like blankets up and shit.
Yeah. So with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, she doesn't really know how to approach you exactly. Not really. I'm not seeing any stalker energy coming through here. But if you have solid evidence of that, then okay, I believe you. But if you don't have solid evidence of that, I would question that. But she doesn't really know how to approach you. I do think that she has contemplated possibly reconnecting with you, but with the Knight of Wands there, I would, if you do end up reconnecting with this person, I would be very careful with it, because Knight of Wands is on and off, choo-choo, be in and out, you know. She doesn't really know how to approach it. Doesn't know how to start a conversation with you. Doesn't know how to break the ice with you. So if you're waiting on her to come back, probably not, because she doesn't know how to approach you. Let me see. I guess let's get some advice on this. Eight of Swords reversed. Well, you need to do some reflecting, maybe some more reflecting. Because there's a lot about this situation that needs to be rethought. I don't know how long you all knew each other or how long you all were together, but there's a lot about who she is that you didn't know. And yeah, quite a bit of reflecting needs to be done before you think about connecting with this person. Nine of Cups reverse is really, really crazy codependency connection there. So closure needs to happen. Yeah, this needs to be closed out because this is blocking your divine life partner from coming in. It's not just slowing it down, it's blocking it. It's completely blocking it. So at some point, I think a conversation between the two of you would be beneficial. But right now in this current moment, it wouldn't be beneficial because you're still kind of in the same vibration you were in the day you separated. You know, I'm not saying you feel exactly the same. You know, a couple of years will get you comfortable being in a certain vibration, but I don't think a vibrational change has happened at all since the day you separated. So I would do a little bit more reflecting on this as much as you possibly can. Give yourself permission to rearrange your thoughts, maybe get rid of some beliefs, be willing to change what you thought you knew about this person. And then I think a conversation would be beneficial. I think if you reconnected with her at the right time, when you're in the right vibrational state, you would completely let go of it altogether. Because, yeah, she's not who you think she is, right? And with the karmic wheel in the upright here, this is a completed soul contract. So it needs to be released. If this isn't released, it could completely block your actual person from coming in altogether.
Was that the last spread?
Yep.
Okay, and then again, we're on our last one. So if you wanted to get a reading, or you have to wait till next Saturday, now's the chance. There's a really short wait. All right, so this is for Anonymous.
Naughty mouse.
Naughty mouse. They're a Virgo. It says, my boyfriend is in the military. Will we be able to make the relationship work even though we are physically distant? That's a good question. Yeah.
I've never understood how them military fuckers do it. If I was going to go in the military, I wouldn't be in a relationship. I would not.
Well, that's why you would just get married, which a lot of them do, and then you can, they will house you if you have family, they'll pay for you to have your family with you.
That's interesting.
Or maybe they don't pay for it, but it is a lot cheaper if you're on base. They have family housing and stuff.
Well, let's see the soul contract. Queen of Cups reversed. Ten of Wands reversed. Judgment reversed. Well, it's not really telling me. We do got Queen of Cups and King of Cups both reversed. King of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. How long y'all been together? You want to be anonymous, but let me see if I can figure out how to try to touch all bases here. If the two of you haven't been together very long.
2 years.
2 years, okay.
That's a decent amount of time.
That's a decent amount of time. But there's still an energetic disconnect that I'm seeing here. There is an energetic disconnect. I mean, the short answer is yes. Could you? Yes. But usually what happens here, once an energetic disconnect happens like this, is that when the two of you come back together, and that's when the energetic shift is so intense that relationships fall apart at that point. Let me see what the second spread says here. Because it's possible, but it's going to be heavy. It's going to be really heavy. Two of Swords. It's gonna be a challenge. Ain't no doubt about that. It's gonna be challenging. Eight of Pentacles, Empress reversed. It's gonna be challenging. That's gonna be hard. Could you? Yes, you could. Yes, you could. It's going to be a challenge, though. It's definitely going to be a challenge. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even know what advice to give. They've already been together 2 years. I would just say feel the energy out and do the best that you can to try to energetically influence the situation the best that you can.
Is he out of the country? Or is he like a couple states away? Or because I think that would be difficult if they're like out of the country, and then you really can't like go visit or anything.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't know. Why would you? I don't know. Everybody has different reasons, and millions of men have done it. But I just don't understand why the hell you would put yourself in a situation to be separated from your family like that. You know, like, I don't know. That's just me.
Because you get all these like benefits and stuff, I think, after. Not like benefits, but you get like...
I don't know. I've heard a lot of veterans complain that it's not fucking worth it. I don't know. Yeah. I've never been there, never done that.
No, you get like a GI Bill, I think. Or I forget what that's called. And then you go to like school and then actually do something.
Hopefully y'all are able to push
in a different state.
Hopefully y'all are able to push through it. But it's going to be extremely challenging. Honestly, there's more energy working against you than for you. I'm not going to lie. I would give it about a 60-40. 60% of the energy is working against you. You could push through it, though. You could. I mean, shit. If we could just go back to old school values, you know, where couples just stay together no matter what. Now, there's a certain line that you don't want to cross there, but for the very most part, just because shit gets tough like that doesn't mean that we walk out on each other. Then yeah, you can make it work. Absolutely. But, you know, with today's day and age of people where things get a little too hard, the first thing we want to do is boot, scoot, and boogie. Yeah, it could be challenging. You can make it work, though. You're just going to have to really dig your heels in and push through the next few years.
Or however long that they're gone.
Yep.
All right. Well, that is it.
Yeah, that was fun, y'all. Appreciate you. Again, the price of $22.22 is now the official price for the weekly live readings. So, yeah, we had fun.
Yep. We will see you guys next Saturday at the same time.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Later.
Thank you.